gets his hands on silverware. And Sonny is with us now. Son, are you a legend now?
He already was.
Yeah, let's say I'm a legend. Why not?
You said once.
Only today.
You said once you wouldn't call yourself a legend until you'd won a trophy with the club.
Look, 17 years, nobody haven't done it. So with such amazing players, yeah, today's the day. Probably I will say today I'm a legend of this club. So yeah, let's enjoy. Let's celebrate.
How does it feel winning first trophy for 17 years?
Wow, feeling amazing. That's what I always dream for, and today is the day that happened. Dream come really, really true. So, yeah. What can I say? I'm so happy. Happiest the man in the world.
How important has your manager been? I think he's been under a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism. You as the captain, what have you felt like behind that, and how do you feel now we've won this lifted trophy with him?
Look, back in the day, when you look at the whole season, there will be always some situation you're having tough times. So, but we as a player, we always stuck together with the injuries, with the young players. They always step up, and I always give them some good advice. I always want to talk to positive, and I think I'm very lucky that having such an amazing group of players with me, and that's why I think it was the tournaments happened.
Well, congratulations, because if there's anyone out of that squad that deserves a trophy, it's you, Sonny. With the football the goals you've scored, the way you've played, you are a true legend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We just saw some of the tweets coming on the screen there saying nobody deserves it more than Sonny. The fans really wanted that for you.
Yeah, I felt the pressure as well. So I want it so badly. Look, last 7 days I was dreaming about this game every single day. There was the same picture, same dreaming. So yeah, finally happened. I can sleep with now easy, nice sleep, and I can enjoy it.
Are you taking the trophy home to your house tonight? That's the big question.
No, I think there will be so much confidence. Because everybody was having it, I didn't even touch the trophy. Biz was having it, so everybody, let's enjoy the moment. I'll be the last one who enjoyed it with the trophy.
Sonny, how are you guys going to celebrate? Take us into what's now. What's the plan now for you guys? How are you going to go and enjoy this moment? Because it's a moment you need to savour for life.
You're going to have a sore head tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, probably we're going to miss the flight tomorrow. No, we hope not, but we hope not. We try. So, yeah. Look, today's the day we can celebrate whatever they want. So let's just make the day they will never forget. And maybe I miss the flight.
What would be great is Sunday, Brighton game. Going round the stadium with the trophy. Wow, what a way to finish the season.
Wow. Maybe we can call it off. No, I'm joking. Obviously, yeah, it would be great. Bring a trophy back home and in front of our fans. Show our trophy. It would be amazing. So, yeah.
Because normally you win a trophy at the end of the season and that's it. You have to wait for the parade, but that's going to be some parade round the stadium.
I think they were trying to get the fans off the pitch there. They were celebrating so much to actually say we have a game on Sunday.
Yeah, but
we got 2 pitches, don't worry.
We live only today.
This was the reaction back in North London, Sonny.
Amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, I see you all on Sunday. Let's see. Bigger smile than today.
Do you know what? I'm interested to see how the fans in South Korea are going to be celebrating as well, because you're an absolute hero. You think about David Beckham here being a hero. This guy is on them levels when you go back to South Korea. They must be so happy for you as well, I'm sure.
The Adidas boot sale's just gone up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at
that. Very proud to be Korean, win the trophy, and I just want to say thank you to the Korean fans that it was 4 a.m. and they're supporting me like crazy, like a family. And here's the trophy, and here's the biggest smile.
and even more special, you've won silverware in the same season that Harry won silverware as well. Are you going to FaceTime him? You can compare trophies.
There's different trophies, but we both had an unbelievable friendship, partnership as a player. So I was so happy that he won the first trophy, and also I spoke to the other media, but Harry, we won it as well. Thank you.
You might as well FaceTime him now on your phone. Get hold of him now. Get him on.
I don't have my phone.
Sonny, you might have to face him in the Champions League next season as well. Has that sunk in that you're back at European football's top table?
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, the Champions League is always you wanna play against the best team in the world. So yeah, we might play against Harry. So we never know, but we'll be grateful playing against each other again.
You have another chance at a trophy with the Super Cup as well, so...
Yeah, another trophy in 3 months, maybe.
Nice pre-season.
You might have 2 ahead of Harry.
Let's do it.
Congratulations. Try not to miss the flight, but enjoy the party.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, bro.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Sonny.
There's another likeable guy, isn't it? In a Tottenham shirt from Tottenham Club. They love him, these fans, though. I mean, he's done some amazing things over his career. And like I said before, it'd have been a shame for a player that quality for that long to have finished his career without a trophy. So in that respect, I'm happy for him.
Is there no one that deserves it more?
He's literally the most likeable character in football, I think. Always a smile. He's feisty in the change room, though. He does have that other side to him, which is great to see. But not a lot of people get to see that. But I think, a likeable character, been an absolute amazing servant to Tottenham Football Club, and he deserves this.
It was amazing actually, because we were sitting at that end and we were looking. I was watching him warm up, and he knew he was going to get on at some stage, and he was doing it what I call proper. He was sprinting, turning. He was ready to come on, and that's the pro that he is. And he is a lovely, lovely chap. You know, I met him a few times now, and I'm so pleased that, yes, we've won it for Tottenham, but we've won it for Sonny as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Without doubt, a club legend. Well, James Maddison, of course, was injured tonight, so couldn't play in the game, but he played a big part on the way to Bilbao in helping Tottenham Hotspur to win the trophy tonight. Let's get some reaction from him. He's with Jules.
Whatever system, he wouldn't have mattered.
Madison! Heisey boy!
You got changed.
I had to get a medal.
James has literally done, what's it called, the John Terry?
The John Terry full
It's called
kit.
the James
I didn't go with
Maddison
shin
now.
pads this time, but...
Have you got your shin pads on, James?
No,
not quite.
boots, no boots.
To be fair, I weren't going to do any interviews, but then I heard it was with Roy Keane, so I
Come on, Roy. It's on you.
Hey, Maddison, can you do the downside, please? Do it for us, will ya?
Oh, will I? With pleasure, Michael. With pleasure. Roy Keane, that's for you, son.
Hey,
I've always said he's a good player. I always said he's a good player, but he needs to be more consistent. Simple as that. And he played well tonight.
The reason why we were here tonight, Roy.
Don't worry. I know you played your part. Well done. Don't worry.
Nah, I'm only messing. Nah, I came down to have a word. He just pulled me, but I did like it, man. Like,
well done.
James,
so
James, can I just ask you?
I heard you a hit.
What is this for? You know, you've joined Tottenham. You want to win trophies, but you're always sort of talked about as a club who they don't win, they can't get over the line. I mean, what's that going to mean to sort of the players right now? What's the feeling being leading up to this game and almost that pressure on you to prove so many people wrong?
Well, that's what it is, Carragher, to be fair. And like, all joking aside, like people like yourself and Roy who go quite heavy in the media about putting us down and that, you've got to use that, do you know what I mean? And when I joined Tottenham, and you know what it's like, everyone just goes, he's retired from winning any trophies now and all this. And I said to my dad and I said to my best mate, I was like, I'm going to lift silverware for Tottenham. And listen, I know it sounds like I'm not trying to make this mad story, but I fully believe that I could come and we could create something that could. And just building up, you know what it's like, it gets bigger. We're against United, who have been a dominant force over the years in Europe and domestically. Even in the last few years when they haven't been great, they've still managed to pick up trophies, and we knew that would be a bit of the chat going into it. But I sensed the focus and I sensed the togetherness that, especially with this year as well, with Palace winning the FA Cup and a lot of them outsiders kind of winning, I sensed it could be something special. And
So you're calling yourself outsiders then?
No, but I'm just saying Palace were outsiders and won, and then Harry Kane went and won his first title, and I think Bologna won in the Italia Cup against Milan, and I just had this feeling, you know, and
James,
yeah, and especially with the gaffer, with what he said at the start of the season as well, it made sense, didn't it?
James, I mean, just interesting when you say when people sort of give you criticism, and one of the reasons why we do give not just your Tottenham team criticism, the club over the last few years, is that you've lost 7 semi-finals since you last won a trophy. You've lost 4 finals, so I think the criticism comes from not getting across the line. But how does that criticism affect you or the dressing room when you hear the likes of, you know, us on the panel or other people? Do you use it? Does it affect players now? Because we probably didn't have it in the social media world as much as players have it now.
Yeah, well, the social media word, Cara, heightens everything times 100, doesn't it? But when you talk about them records and that, a lot of the players haven't been here for that long, that record, so it's almost like an incentive to be the group that can change that. Do you know what I mean? And the gaffer, to be fair to him, since he come in, has always said, he pointed at in our dressing room at the Spurs ground. They've got all the walls of all the teams at Spurs who have won trophies, and they're all black and white and they're all old. And he's always made a thing about saying that get on that wall. It's about us getting on that wall. Like you think of Harry Kane, who's the best player in the club's history, and he's not on the wall, unfortunately. And be in the group that can change that, and we have now. So I can smile, I can enjoy, I can have a beer tonight and listen to you lot be
James, can you show us that medal, please? Can you bring it closer to the camera?
I'll get nice and close for you, Mike.
Yes, of course you will.
Give it a kiss. Give
Look
it a kiss.
at that.
Give it a kiss.
Absolutely fantastic. But James, before you go, one last question. You know, it's a different team tonight, not the Champions League. This is a Europa League team. I just want to ask you, who's your favourite on the show?
But Roy's not a regular, is he?
Be like you at Spurs.
Turned up in all the big ones, Cara. You go and check your stats.
Brilliant.
Micah, you're my favourite, mate. All right.
Yes!
You're my favourite, Micah. All right.
Congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
Congratulations. What a personality he's got.
Yeah, definitely. Peter, that was a bit awkward. You were there almost crying about the state of your club, and then James comes along celebrating. But can you give us just one final word on the state of Manchester United? Where do they go from now?
I know. Well, I know James quite well. Obviously, he played with my son at Leicester. He's a good lad. He's a really, really good player. And I thought for a long, long time, running up to preparing for this game, that he would be missed today. But the way that Tottenham played, I don't think that he could have made a big difference with the skill set that he has. Maybe they could have played different. I don't know. But honestly, on that United question, it's you know, this season has been so bad. It's gone. I mean, we've lost 18 games in the Premier League. 18 games. I haven't got this top of my head, but I don't even think in my time I lost 18 games in the whole 8 years I was there. It's just too much. And the thing about it is, where do you see the light? Where is the hope? What is it that you can cling on to where you say, okay, fine, now I can see this going forward? I just can't see. The only thing, and I asked Ruben about that, probably the wrong time to ask him, but I asked him, the time you will get now to train with your players, is that a positive that we can take from this? And of course he didn't completely answer that, but it's the only thing. But that changes needs to happen, and it's not just a football team, it's not just in the dressing room there, it's everywhere at the football club.
Peter, Toddy just checked that you actually lost 19 in your first season.
What we can be sure of is it will be Manchester United's worst league finish in the Premier League era. But Peter, we'll let you go and drown your sorrows, and I'll see you in Munich next week. Thank you so much for today.
Yeah, looking forward to that. See you guys.
Contrast of emotions there. Sad Peter, very happy James Maddison, giving you guys a bit of taste of medicine there. We'll be back after a quick break when we look at how Manchester United go forward.
It better be quick. We've got 6 minutes.
Great to have you with us as we react to Tottenham beating Manchester United in the Europa League final. These are scenes from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. Thousands of people in there watching as Brennan Johnson got the match winner early on in the first half Of course, the boys aren't quite sure it was a Brennan Johnson goal. They thought it was more of an own goal. But it doesn't matter to these fans because look at that. After 41 years, they have got a European trophy. And one of their biggest players, Harry Kane, of course, didn't win any silverware with the club, is congratulating them. What a lovely year for the two, I guess, Harry Kane and the club. He won with Bayern Munich, the Bundesliga. The club have now got some silverware. It seems like the stars have aligned for them.
Yeah, but you'd expect Harry to win something at Bayern.
Yeah.
There's a big surprise with still the way Tottenham have been playing over the last few months that they would get over the line in a big game. But they did, proved us all wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Jamie, you've been looking back at the big moment of the game.
Yes, and you got the analysis right before the game.
Yes, so you can hand it over to me. I'll be taking this, thank you very much. But we mentioned this inside channel here, and we mentioned about the bodies that, but this space here, once it goes like that, you all don't know what to do. And we talked about the game engaging, and we're going to play it on the second angle a little bit slower just so we can break it down a little bit more here. So they've got the players in the areas here, but because they're playing this 3-4-3 system, they all don't know what to do. This is a great run. Just pause it here. This is brilliant. Chloe, if you just pause it there, brilliant. It takes Fernandes away to allow to get into this inner channel. But look at all these bodies here. No one knows what to do there. Yeah. Jamie?
Well, I always say this as centre-back. I'm going to look at Maguire a lot on this goal because the only reason any player makes a run is, and Royal know this is a midfield play, because you see space. You don't run if there's players there because you're just going to run into them. The space between, I'm not sure, I think this is Euro, there's Harry Maguire. Your space between can't be that big. He has to fill that space, and then what happens is you have to become a back four. So this thing that you're playing a back five, sometimes if one of your defenders steps out, you're a four, and then everybody comes out. That space is too big, which then means the Tottenham player makes that run because there's too much space between your defenders.
And our point is, like, Spurs aren't doing anything extraordinary. It's all pretty simple play. This is where you still have to be really critical of United's defensive shape and decision making. We discussed before the game, when it does go wide and the ball's put in, players not doing their jobs, not concentrating. Shaw maybe not match fit. Maguire focus on his man. Remember, there's only one ball. Just focus on the ball sometimes.
If we could just roll that on slowly, please. I mean, you talk about people's body positions, you're talking about being very aggressive. So, actually, they're in decent positions here, and we just stop it here. Now, when you play wing-back in this side, the whole point when you're playing in this system is so you can engage. No one engages. Roll it on slowly there, please. That is too easy. And then, can Maguire do a little bit better there also?
And we ask our defenders, people talk about our midfielders, about doing a job. You've got to multitask. You've got to be able to do this and still clear the ball. As if, like, I've got my man here. No, you've got to multitask. Do more than one job.
It's just been too easy. I think
far too easy. It's been like that all season for United. Far too easy.
Well, unfortunately, we can't have you next season for a Manchester United perspective, but would you come as a Spurs fan?
Can we swap them for anyone?
Not sure. Let me have a think about
it. Speak to your agent.
We've enjoyed having you in the studio. Marks out of 10 for Roy's debut?
Absolutely brilliant. 11. 10 out of 10.
Hey, start.
Who's Kate? Who's Thierry?
Oh, we got a new team in town.
Yeah,
new team in town. What would you give Anita?
10 out of 10, baby.
Thank you, guys. You've been a pleasure to work with.
What would you like?
Me?
Your analysis, 10 out of 10.
We're always top-notch, aren't we? We're always top-notch, aren't we?
You should probably send Tottenham that analysis. They might need it next season.
Yeah, might do.
OK, well, congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur. Thank you to Jamie, Roy and Micah. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with us for the Europa League final. Of course, you'll have Championship playoff at the weekend and then Champions League final next week in Munich. PSG against Inter Milan. We can't wait to see you. Take care.
Good night.
Indumentaria, la Kings Limited Gold Edition. Solo hay 50 unidades de todos los equipos y también puede ser vuestra entrando en kingsleague.pro. Así que es los datos a tener en cuenta en cuanto a indumentarias. Gran partido, Gonzalo, Gerard, el que tenemos por delante.
Ojo, ojo, estilo La Bombonera, estadio de River.
Hostia, más minutos de retraso en el inicio, ¿eh? Ya tenemos lío.
Lo llamó Edo, dibujando la parábola sobre la banda derecha, donde en el vértice del área aparece Nadir. ¡Nadir para adentro! ¡Gol! De Nadir Luar. que tiene una facilidad pasmosa. Encuentra a Pablo, qué balón para Nadir para el segundo. Se tafa de Cócera, es un golazo. ¡Es un golazo! Señoras, señores, bienvenidos al show de Nadir Lua. Pibe.
El mejor.
Vamos
haciendo espionaje, ¿eh?
Vaya mierda ha dado, pibe. Va, ya te puedes ir a la cúpula a comer, va.
Tiene que salir Cócera para entregar hacia el centro. Se la regala a Coy, le puede pegar Coy para adentro.
Vaya chicha, nano.
¡Gol! De Porcinos Óscar Coy. Pues sí.
Tony, tienes brazalete por ahí.
Pero es que, señores,
Que no te lo dije, Romero.
Tenemos, comodín, ¿cómo lo usamos? Penalti.
Penalti.
Será penalti.
Vamos, Cuni.
Puede meter en el partido a Cuni. Jordi para adentro, ¡qué golazo!
¡Guau!
¡Dios! ¡Gol! Vamos con Nadir Lua y con Laura Vizcaíno.
Pues sí, Nadir, 2 goles, victoria y a cuartos, enhorabuena.
Sí, sabíamos que el partido iba a ser muy importante porque veníamos de una muy mala dinámica. El equipo ha estado bien, sufríamos defensivamente y creo que hemos estado muy juntitos. Y nada, primer objetivo cumplido.
Os espera Science, rival complicado, imagino.
Sí, empatamos contra ellos y shootout perdimos. Ha quedado segundo por algo. Nada, concentración, confianza con nosotros mismos y intentar ganar para el sábado estar en el Wizzing.
Os lo veremos mañana, mucha suerte.